Ryzen Satin 33. The hidden purpose behind every experience. Have you ever wondered if everything that happens in your life, whether it's a moment of joy or a deep struggle, has a deeper purpose? What if I told you that according to Buddhist teachings, nothing in life happens by accident? That every experience you face, good or bad, is part of a greater plan designed for your spiritual growth? Life can feel chaotic, unpredictable, and sometimes even unfair. We all experience moments when we think, "Why me?" or "What's the point of this pain?" But here's the thing. What if the pain, the challenges, and even the little frustrations are there for a reason? What if they're actually guiding us towards something greater? Stay with me for a moment. I'm going to show you how, by understanding some powerful Buddhist teachings, you can start seeing every experience, no matter how hard or easy, as a part of your journey toward peace and fulfillment. In this video, we're diving into the teachings of impermanence, karma, and acceptance, principles that can help you unlock true inner peace, transform your struggles into wisdom, and live with a sense of purpose and clarity that you might not have known was possible. Ready to explore the deep wisdom that Buddha shared with us? Let's start by understanding that every single thing that happens in our lives, whether it's painful or blissful, has a purpose. It's all part of the grand design, our personal transformation, and the ever-changing nature of life. Here's where it gets interesting. Buddhism teaches us about the law of impermanence, or anicca. It's the idea that nothing in life is permanent. Think about it. Seasons change, our emotions ebb and flow, relationships evolve, and even our bodies age. Everything around us is in constant change. Now, we all wish for happiness to last forever, don't we? We want the good moments to never end and the tough times to vanish. But that's not how life works. Life is a river, ever flowing, constantly changing. And the key isn't to try and hold on to those moments, but to learn to accept them. Take a moment to think about the natural world around you. Think of a tree shedding its leaves in the fall. It doesn't mourn the loss. It knows that spring will bring new life. Similarly, we too can learn to let go of things that no longer serve us. The act of letting go of the old makes space for the new. By embracing anicca, we shift our mindset from resistance to acceptance. We begin to stop fighting change, and instead, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life. The more we accept change, the less we fear it. And in this acceptance, we unlock a profound sense of peace. Karma, the law of cause and effect. Let's talk about something essential in Buddhist teachings: karma. Simply put, karma is the law of cause and effect. Every action, word, and thought we express sends out energy into the world. And just like how ripples form when you throw a stone in a pond, our actions create waves that can ripple through our lives and the lives of others. You might be wondering, how does this all tie into my day-to-day life? Think of every small choice you make as a seed. The actions we take, whether they are positive or negative, set in motion consequences that will eventually return to us. Sometimes they come back immediately. Other times, they might take years to manifest. For example, if you act out of anger, that anger creates negative energy. If you lash out in frustration or resentment, you're contributing to a cycle of negativity. But on the flip side, every act of kindness you perform, no matter how small, is a seed of positive karma. This might seem like a lot of responsibility, but it's also incredibly empowering. Buddhism teaches that karma isn't a punishment or reward system. It's simply a natural law. It's like gravity. If you throw a stone, it will fall. If you sow a seed, it will grow. The key to understanding karma is recognizing that every action, every thought has consequences. When we act with love, kindness, and awareness, we create positive energy that eventually returns to us. Hanin. Letting go of anger. Anger is one of those emotions that can consume us if we let it. We've all been there, feeling angry, holding on to resentment, thinking we need to punish someone for the pain they caused. But here's the thing, that anger, it's hurting you more than it's hurting anyone else. When we hold on to resentment, it's like holding a hot coal in our hand, thinking we're going to throw it at someone else. But in reality, you're the one who's getting burned. The truth is, to find peace, we need to let go of that anger. It's not easy, and it takes time, but every time you release it, you free yourself. Buddha taught that we can find peace by acknowledging that other people's actions are their own karma. How we respond is ours. So, when you're faced with someone's negativity or hurtful actions, you get to choose how to respond. Respond with kindness, compassion, and patience. You're not just doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. D. Acceptance. Navigating life's storms. Life isn't always smooth sailing. We all face pain, loss, and unexpected obstacles. But the true test of peace isn't avoiding these challenges. It's learning to embrace them with grace. Think of your own experiences. Has there ever been a time when life seemed unbearable? Maybe you were hit with a sudden change, loss of a loved one, a difficult breakup, or an unexpected failure. Initially, it feels like life is unfair. But what if those moments are the exact experiences we need for growth? Just like the seasons change, life's ups and downs come and go. The key to peace is not in controlling everything, but in accepting what is. Imagine trying to swim against a powerful current. It's exhausting, right? Now, picture swimming with the current, flowing effortlessly. That's what acceptance does for us. It allows us to move with life instead of fighting it. And when we accept that change is inevitable, we stop resisting and start living with more grace. Life is a flow, a rhythm. The sooner we learn to live with it, the sooner we unlock true peace. Taking responsibility for our lives. One thing Buddhism teaches us is the importance of taking responsibility for our actions. It's easy to blame others or circumstances for what happens in our lives, but if we look closely, we'll see that our own actions, words, and thoughts are often the root cause. Karma isn't about feeling guilty or punishing ourselves. It's about recognizing that we have the power to change our lives. Every day, we have the opportunity to make better choices. We can change our reactions, our attitudes, and how we show up in the world. There's a powerful story in Buddhism about a disciple asking the teacher why some people are born into wealth while others struggle in poverty. The teacher responded with an analogy. If you plant an apple seed, you'll get apples. If you plant thorns, you'll get thorns. Life is the result of our past actions, but our current choices plant the seeds for our future. T. Mindfulness, the key to living fully. Mindfulness isn't just a meditation technique, it's a way of living. Every moment is an opportunity to be present, to be fully engaged with whatever is happening around you. Yet, how often do we get distracted by the past or the future? Our minds wander constantly, reliving past regrets or worrying about what's to come. But when we practice mindfulness, we bring our attention back to the present moment. Imagine savoring each breath, fully aware of how it feels as it enters and leaves your body. That's mindfulness in action. Whether you're walking, eating, or talking, mindfulness allows you to experience life as it truly is, without distraction or judgment. In Buddhism, mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for finding peace. It helps us see things as they really are, without the lens of fear or expectation clouding our perception. When we live mindfully, we stop chasing after happiness in the future and start experiencing it in the present. Embrace the challenges. Life isn't always smooth sailing. We all face obstacles, whether it's personal loss, illness, or difficult people. But the true test of peace isn't avoiding these challenges. It's learning to embrace them. With grace. Take a moment to reflect on a recent challenge you've faced. Maybe it was a problem at work, a strained relationship, or even the loss of something precious to you. Initially, when life throws a curveball, we tend to react with resistance. We wish things could be different, and we often try to fight reality. But Buddhism teaches us that suffering arises from this very resistance. It's like trying to fight against a storm. The more we struggle, the more tired we become. But what if, instead of fighting, we learned to navigate the storm with calmness? Life's challenges are inevitable, but how we meet them determines our inner peace. Imagine a tree in a storm. The branches may sway, but the roots remain firmly grounded. It bends with the wind, but it doesn't break. Similarly, we can learn to bend with life's challenges, accepting that not everything is under our control, but our response is. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity or giving up. It means surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that each challenge is part of our growth. By accepting life's obstacles, we no longer see them as obstacles, but as opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and self-compassion. How karma affects us all. Karma doesn't just affect us on an individual level. It ripples out into the world around us. Every choice we make has a collective impact. Our actions, words, and thoughts influence not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Have you ever heard someone say, "I didn't mean to hurt anyone, I was just acting for myself"? While it's true that we all need to take care of ourselves, Buddhism teaches that we are not isolated beings. What we do to others, we do to ourselves. This is why our actions matter so much, not just for our own well-being, but for the well-being of others. Let's think about it. When we speak words of kindness, we create a ripple of positivity. When we act out of generosity or understanding, we create a better world around us. But when we speak out of anger or hatred, or when we act selfishly, we contribute to the suffering of others. Consider the collective impact of our actions. When we contribute to positive change, when we act with compassion, we make the world a better place, not only for ourselves, but for those we interact with. Our actions shape the environment in which we live, and by cultivating kindness, love, and empathy, we help foster harmony in our families, communities, and the world. In this way, Buddhism teaches us that we are responsible not only for our own karma, but for the collective energy we contribute to the world. Every small action, whether good or bad, has an impact beyond just our immediate circle. The power of pure intentions. Karma isn't just about what we do, it's also about why we do it. In Buddhism, the intention behind our actions is just as important, if not more, than the action itself. Helping someone because you want something in return isn't the same as helping because you genuinely care. Think about a time when you did something kind for someone else. Did you do it because you truly wanted to help? Or was there some personal benefit in mind? Now, I'm not saying that it's bad to receive a positive outcome for your good deeds, but Buddhism teaches that the energy behind an action can either elevate it or diminish its karmic value. The energy behind our actions, the intention, is crucial. If we help someone from a place of ego, seeking recognition or reward, the karma generated may not be as powerful as if we helped out of pure compassion and selflessness. Imagine planting a seed. If your intention is pure, that seed will grow into a beautiful tree. But if your intention is mixed with selfishness, the growth may be stunted. The energy we put into the world is felt deeply, and it's this energy that shapes the results we experience. Buddha taught that every action has a seed, and the intention behind that action determines the fruit of that seed. So, when you act with pure intentions, you are creating a life filled with positive energy and peace. As we close this journey through the wisdom of Buddhism, remember this: every moment, every thought, every action shapes our reality. By practicing mindfulness, accepting impermanence, and living with compassion, we begin to transform our karma, our relationships, and our lives. But the real power lies in your hands. Every choice you make is a seed for your future, and every day is an opportunity to create positive change. So, I invite you to take the first step. Start today by choosing peace over anger, compassion over judgment, and acceptance over resistance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications so you won't miss any future videos. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below and tell us which lesson from today's video resonated with you the most. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Let's continue exploring and growing together.